Thank you. And thank you for this precious opportunity for me to bring these products into the awareness and into our field. Um, our focus is on the patient-friendly therapeutics, but to prevent the side effects. So to enhance the therapeutic effects of our anti-cancer therapeutics. So currently there are many different side effects like diarrhea, vomiting, fatigue, and also neutropenia, all of those. There are many drugs. Many of our peer industrial colleagues are trying hard to minimize, reduce side effects. But so far, still for the radiation, especially radiochemotherapy-induced severe mouth ulceration, and the radiodermatitis, especially for breast cancer patients with whole chest wall, the severe radiodermatitis, and also the hair loss induced by chemotherapy. There just is no such effective way to address them. And so far globally, I would say, just look at the head and neck cancer patients, about 800,000 patients per year will suffer from this severe mouth ulceration induced by radiotherapy. And radiodermatitis, I hope to say half of the cancer patients go through that journey. Sooner or later, they will come across this radiodermatitis. For example, they need to treat there is bone metastasis using the radiotherapy and some other metastasize, use radiochemotherapy, and then they will have a certain problem, certain level of radiodermatitis. And then for the hair loss, honestly, it's not just the women thing. Men as well, breast cancer and prostate cancer patients suffer from so much of the hair loss, not just the hair, but the facial hair, completely lose the self-signature, self-image. This is something we have to address. Can't just ignore, say, telling patients use scarf, use makeup. So this kind of address unmet need. How are we going to address them? So far, as I mentioned, many of our colleagues are trying hard to produce drugs, either prevent it or mitigate inflammation or even use wound healing and wound dressing materials. But still, there's no effective way to reduce in a certain way that clinicians would feel is kind of really remove the problem or save the patient's refusal of further carry on treatment. And then we figure out the way is the only effective way is to prevent it to happen. Because once this kind of damage already happened, any treatment or mitigation won't really effective enough. So we use prevention as therapeutic. So far, we have these 3 drugs as a kind of preventive drug as therapy to treat the radiation due to the mouth ulceration. And then the radiodermatitis, similar. We give the drug before the patient go on the radiotherapy, have a spray, and then the chemotherapy due to alopecia the same way. All use a preventive as a therapy. The collective market potential, I would say, if we count just as incidence of all the newly diagnosed, newly to be treated patients, that the volume of the market is significant. However, how to address the market, how to really get to this like a billion-dollar market potential, we do need to design the drug in a way that can be patient-friendly, easily to be adaptive to the clinical practice, and also cost-efficient with significant clinical efficiency. So we designed the drug from the very beginning, use a topical applied preventive small molecule drug to protect the basal cells, and then only protect the normal tissue, not to protect the cancerous tissue. So this clinical relevance will be very easily adapted by the clinicians and healthcare practitioners. At the same time, by using topical application, single dose application before the patients go to radiotherapy or chemotherapy, so for the patients, very easy to adapt, and then doesn't need to disrupt the whole cancer treatment pathway. Oh, sorry, the laser doesn't come up. But anyway, the whole idea is whenever the patient go to the clinician side, and then they have a quick mouth rinse to protect mouth mucosa, or a quick skin spray to protect the skin wherever it needs to be irradiated, or do a scalp solution application. We have the solution mix on the side, and then give an adapter to scalp through the whole, even with long hair. So this way, patient easily sit there, doesn't need to spend the whole day sitting in the clinic for intravenous injection or any like medical device fitting, easily goes through the treatment, doesn't need to interfere with the cancer therapeutics, and then protect their mouth mucosa, skin, and also hair follicle, even when they are having the cancer treatment. So far, we've been finishing the phase 2A trial for the radiodermatitis prevention drug, achieved the significance to reduce the severe radiodermatitis. Currently, we're looking for partnership to further move to the named patient supply program and also the large-scale trial for the market approval. And for the mouthwash, oral mucosa protection product, we finished the phase 1B trial on head and neck cancer patients, achieved significant data. Shouldn't say significant scientifically. That's not statistical significance. It's promising data based on the initial phase 1B trial on the dose expansion phase on the highest dose level. So through the whole escalation of the dose strength, we could see the decrease of the severeness of the oral mucosa. I'll give a little explanation about scale. So these patients, they go through like 30 or 35 days of radiation. Every day we do a mouth mucosa inspections to score them. Grade 0 is no mucositis. Grade 1 is a little bit red and then inflammation. Grade 2 with a small level of ulceration. And grade 3 and grade 4, like large area of radiation, we call it severe oral mucositis. So if these patients, they have severe mouth ulceration, so if they have a grade 3 or grade 4, crossover all 30 days, then the accumulative oral mucositis score will be above 120 or 150, even higher. And for our drug, if you see the effects, the accumulative oral mucositis scoring below 100, that means some days still grade 2 with ulceration. But then when we see the highest dose level, the accumulative oral mucositis score is below 50. That means most of patients, when they go through the 30 or 35 days of radiotherapy treatment, their mouth oral mucositis scoring is around 1 or 0, or occasionally some of 2, but most it's very low, it's around 1. So this means drug is very effective. So based on this assessment, we further move on, plan the next study. So we're looking for a pre-small funding to support a little bit readiness for the Series A, mainly it's like regulatory communication, and then move on to the large scale of the Series A, fundraise to support the oral mucositis study and also the alopecia drug to move into a pivotal trial, because they are same platform. We actually piggyback all the data together to move them parallel all together into a pivotal trial and then have accelerated market approval. And for the initial pre-A funding, also hope to support the named patient supply program as an unlicensed medicine program in parallel to the trial. Don't need to go through all the numbers. If you're interested, we can talk about the numbers. And then is our team, management team. We call it young in the heart. I'm the youngest one, already approaching 55. So, but we're very much motivated. We want to really move these drugs, go to the patients as soon as possible, really address this neglected for years problem, help our patients go through repeated treatment, live longer and better. That's us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.